Hi, I'm Aaron Hand, Editor-in-Chief of ProFood World, back with another edition of Take 5. So it's been a busy few months, lots of travel lately, but it's also been really great to visit with people in the industry again. One of the recent shows I was at was ISBT's BevTech in Frisco, Texas. It's a relatively small annual meeting, just a couple hundred people attending, but man, they do a really great job of bringing the industry up to speed. It's a heavy scientific and technical focus, and this year the theme was sustainability. So sustainability means different things to different people, and food and beverage manufacturers are approaching it in a number of ways. But one of the things that has become increasingly clear to me is that many companies are really taking the steps necessary to move beyond just the lip service or the greenwashing that might have been a little bit too common previously. Consumers are demanding improved transparencies, and brand owners are taking heed. During one of the networking breaks, I chatted a bit with Manus from PepsiCo about this corporate transparency. He said that in the past, Pepsi had trouble wanting to even let its own employees know things that were going on. Now there's a great transparency, even externally, that many of the challenges that PepsiCo faces and how they're handling them, it's been a big change in industry overall, Mitchell says. So since I'm new to ISBT and BevTech, I didn't realize what a rock star I was speaking with at the time. Later that day, actually, Mitchell received the Circle of Honor, ISBT's highest award, for his years of dedication to ISBT and the beverage industry. He is only the 15th recipient of the award in its 69-year history. But BevTech seemed to be just that kind of industry event, where a relatively tight-knit group of people come together to really get down to the business of moving the industry forward. So some of the things they talked about, Ecolab's Amelia Tunuda talked about advancing water and climate resilience, urging attendees to help their leaders understand that there really doesn't have to be this trade-off between driving sustainability and business performance. Michael McDonald at Suez Water Technologies discussed water recycling strategies for the food and beverage industry, explaining in practical terms what needs to be done. One presentation I thought was interesting was from Rob McCaig at Flavor Active. He's studying how to preserve juice freshness even when the supply chain breaks down. I want to tell you about Coca-Cola's perspective on sustainability. Chloe Durham gave a comprehensive presentation on the factors that they're looking at. One of the first things that Durham said in her presentation was a suggestion to those that might be concerned about whether or not they can really have an impact. She said, don't pay so much attention to the numbers, but how you participate. She added, we're all driving the industry. How do we do that together? So she really emphasized the importance of sustainability progress starting at the top. And she credits Coca-Cola's chairman and CEO, James Quincy, for his commitment to the cause. Coca-Cola's sustainable business priorities cross a broad spectrum, including the company's World Without Waste initiative, water leadership, reducing added sugar, the people and communities, climate, and sustainable agriculture. The World Without Waste initiative looks primarily at packaging and how to help drive a circular economy to help reduce the carbon footprint of that package. The label is a big piece of that discussion, Durham commented, because not all labels are recyclable. And Coca-Cola has a goal to make 100% of its packaging recyclable by 2025 and use at least 50% recycled material in its packaging by 2030. The company has reached 90% on the first goal and is using 23% recycled material in its packaging so far. And just as Coca-Cola aims to reduce its carbon footprint, it's also working to reduce its water footprint. This is a big deal for a company whose products are so largely based on water. But their efforts have a lot to do with smart water policies and helping to increase water security where they operate. A huge part of this is improved agricultural management because 92% of Coca-Cola's water footprint, so to speak, is water use within its agricultural supply chain. There's so much more to get into, so I encourage you to read the full story below, along with other recent links. But I want to circle back around to where I started talking about transparency. Like Mitchell, Durham also noted how the industry has changed, and it's no longer about putting together some feel-good commercial on TV to convince consumers. Instead, today, data is all you really have to tell your story, Durham said. Science-based targeting is offering a different level of transparency. So, thank you again for joining us today.